Listen to what he has to say.
Being here today. It's a really exciting day for the Dallas Mavericks organization. New leadership, new direction, and we're here to introduce the person who's going to help shape all of this going forward. We will begin our press conference, however, with a quick opening statement from Mavericks Governor Patrick Dumont, followed by one from our new team president and alternate Governor Masai Ujiri, and then we'll open it up to all the media here in the room. So without further ado, I'm going to toss it over to you, Patrick.
Thanks very much. Masai is here. This is a big day for the Dallas Mavericks. I'd like to thank Masai. I'd like to thank his family who are here with us today. This is a historic moment for our franchise. Masai is a leader with experience, with vision, with great charity for the communities in which he lives and operates. He's known to do great charitable works in Africa. He's known to recruit great players worldwide, and he has a championship pedigree. And he's now in the Dallas Mavericks family. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Masai.
I know, sorry, it's my son. He wants me to carry him on my head, which I always do, and I can't do it right now. I can't, Amani. I know. You want to sit here?
Come on, come sit here.
I know. Look at your nose is running. Papa has to work. But yes, Papa has to work, okay? I know. Go to mommy. Take him up.
I know.
Good boy, messing up my game, man. Well, thank you, Patrick. I'm sorry about that. Really sorry. Thank you, Patrick. This is incredible. I want to thank you, Patrick, the organization, everybody, the fans. It's been overwhelming. The support has been incredible. To come to this storied organization, the Dallas Mavericks, come back to the NBA. It's a blessing, and I'm honored and humbled, like to have this very unique opportunity. I want to thank my family, my incredible kids, wife, my troublemaker over there. They've been a big support in this year off, and I've been Uber driver to my kids' games and spent great time at work watching the NBA, watching things from afar, and they've really embraced me at home, and I really put up with me, and I really thank them for this. Back to the organization and to the Dallas Mavericks. This is an incredible opportunity for me, and I truly appreciate it. Listen. I hope to bring calm. I hope to bring to this place winning. Yes, we want to get back to winning. This is a winning organization. We want to get back to that, and I know the fan base wants that. I know the organization wants that. I know leadership wants that. I know the NBA wants that. And I'm hoping, and I'm praying, and that's to tell you guys that I'm here, and I know that winning is my drive, and winning is going to be the drive of this organization. So thank you for everybody being here.
Great. Thanks, Masai. Thanks, Patrick. We'll now open it up to questions in the room. We have Jalen over here. We have Grant over here. Please just raise your hand. A friendly reminder to let us know who you are, as Masai is getting to know all the media in the marketplace and what outlet you're representing and to whom you're asking the questions. And Jalen, will go to Mike right here, followed by Skylar. Go ahead, Mike.
How you doing, Masai?
How you doing?
Dallas Morning News. Pretty good. Thank you. We heard about why Patrick wanted to hire you, but what made you want to buy in and commit to this organization?
Wow, yeah, the Dallas Mavericks is storied. Patrick called me, I think it was in December, 4 months ago. The process in which he followed, an incredible process of meetings, phone calls, a 5-hour lunch. This this really struck with me because when you're watching the NBA from afar, and with my exit from Toronto, I really felt that I wanted to take the time to really look and learn some of the things that I didn't do so well, or you do well. You want to learn the nuance of the game, innovate a little bit. And when I started to think about what this team has, the organization, man, a young player with Cooper Flag, the veterans on this team, and the base that we have, I thought it was a very unique opportunity here. And this was the one I know that attracted me back to the NBA.
We're going to stay over here to the right and go to Skylar right here in the pink.
In the pink. Masai, welcome to Texas.
Thank you.
You just said, I'd like to bring calm. I wonder how much it's on your mind, if there's still a healing process going on with the Luka trade with this organization, or is that something that's not really on your mind since you had nothing to do with it and now it's at least been a little while?
Okay.
Yeah.
Back there and there.
There's, I want to be very respectful to everybody here. And yes, there's a healing process with that. Luka is a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, and but that's the past. I always say in Africa, we say, when kings go, kings come, and the king went, and we have a little prince here that we're going to turn into a king. Yeah, and I think we have to start thinking that way, like here. I understand what we've gone through, but I hope we can, figure out how we reset as an organization with the fans, everybody in the community, and we start to think of it that way, and start to think of how we move on, from this, and really think about what we have inside us, come together and go win. Yes, there's no other way to do this than winning. Yes, and bringing all the players together, finding the right players. We have the draft, we have free agency, we have so many things. We have young players on our team. We have to now start focusing on this. We can't cry forever. Yeah, and I know there has to be a healing process here. We've gone through that a little bit, but we have something shiny here, and we're going to win. Yeah, we're going to win here in Dallas.
We're going to go to Christian, then to Tim. If you can pass the microphone back, please.
Hey, Masai, I'm Christian Clark with The Athletic. I know you've been in Dallas for a couple hours, but can you definitively say right now Jason Kidd will be the Mavericks coach this upcoming season?
I had a conversation with Jason Kidd yesterday. I'm going to meet with Jason Kidd, hear his thoughts, on everything. Another Hall of Fame player, has done a great job, but we're going to look at this thing from head to toe. That's the right way to look at an organization, evaluate in every single way that we can. But yeah, I talked to him, and I'm going to hear his thoughts on where he sees this.
And kind of what does the just evaluation process look like for you in terms of coaching your front office these next weeks and months here?
There's a transition period for me, and I'm going to get to know everybody. When you come into jobs like this, obviously you have people that you're going to bring in some way. Where I want to keep the great people that think about winning. Yeah, it's that simple for me. The focus now is not any distraction. The focus is winning in every single department we have, whether it's medical, coaching, players, everything. And I can get the sense that everybody really wants to win. Everybody wants this leadership now and this sense of direction. We have to focus. There has to be a sense of purpose, and we have to have an honest direction here. Yeah, and everybody has to have that mindset in Dallas here.
So we're going to stay over here to the right and go to Tim right here.
Yeah, Masai, Tim Kalishaw, Dallas Morning News. Nice to meet you. Just wondering what you think of the challenge taking over a team that doesn't have a lot of draft picks, first-round picks after this year, and on top of that, a league where things are changing. and teams are going to have to be built different ways. People presumably aren't going to be trying to get to the bottom of the standings. Not that you might be, but other teams won't be. Just how you see those changes coming in the league.
We have to find the nuance in this game, and whether it's free agency, draft picks, free agency is kind of a little bit dead in some kind of ways, and the new rules now coming in with the draft and the whole tanking issue that we've had, that the league is trying to solve, and I think it's good that the league solves this issue because some of the games this year were not fun to watch. In terms of building our team, we're going to turn it every single way. The one difficult thing to find anywhere in sports is a generational player, and we have one. Yeah, we've planted a flag here. We have one player here that can turn everything, and it is so hard to find in sports. It is my job, it is our job to continue to build these young players on this team. Just saw D Live here, Christie, Nemhard, all these guys have to figure it out and put them in the right situations to perform. And we build the team from there. But I think the most difficult thing is finding that player, and we have 1 year.
We're going to stay over here to the right, go to Ron, then to the back to Jobin.
Ron O'Rod, DLS Sports. It's nice to meet you, Masai. I look forward to covering you this year.
Yes, sir.
I had this question for you, Patrick. It's been reported that you and Masai had a lengthy, meeting in December. Why did it take so long to hire him as the president of basketball operations?
It was about getting to know Masai as a person. We spent a lot of time in our first meeting talking about life, talking about our values, what we felt was important, charitable work, why Africa was so important to him, the trajectory of where he thought he could take this team. It was a very long, very detailed discussion, and we got to know each other, and it was great. And then we continued from there. And I think it was really important to be able to show that there's no daylight between us, that we have complete alignment and that we understand what the objective is. We talked about winning. We talked about the success of the organization, building around Cooper, building around young talent and experienced veterans with the flexibility that we have, and making this team a champion. And we wanted to make sure that it was the right situation for both of us. And I really appreciate his candor. We had a lot of very difficult conversations. A lot has gone on with the Mavericks the last couple of years. And we really needed to talk about it and cover it and make sure that it was a situation that made sense for Masai and for us. And the good news is it did. And he's here. And you see his leadership, you see the way he thinks about things, you see his intellect and his capabilities. I'm very excited about the future of the Mavericks.
We're going to stay over here to the right and go to the back to Jobin.
Just for Masai as well, you talk about innovation, something that you learn by sitting out a year. Can you just talk about some of the things that have changed for you over the last calendar year?
Everything, one of the things I think we have to get better here is, how we figure out medically what we do. That's some of the things that I try to study, the fast game in the NBA, and how you put players around a player like Cooper Flag, how you innovate in this way, things you do off the court to help young players, like mentally. Yeah, I think we don't pay enough attention to this in the NBA, and really focus on their focus and help them through this, because a lot of times these youth are coming from different environments. They're still learning. They're still young. We're going to be a young team in some kind of way, and we really need to focus on that sometimes.
Go back to the back, right in the corner over here.
Jobin with WFAA ABC. Question for each of you. Patrick, first off, will the Mavs be playing in this building in Dallas 5 years from now? And for Masai, would you have traded Luka?
I think my question is a little easier. So, look, I think our goal is to build a new home for the Dallas Mavericks. That will be our home for the next 40 years inside the city of Dallas. So we're committed to the city of Dallas. We want to create something that's great for our fans, and that is the home of our team for the future. And so we're looking to do that. We have Rick Welts. We're working with the city right now, and we're very excited to do that.
Next question? No.
He has addressed it, by the way. He has addressed it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm going to say it again. We have to respect everybody and everything that has happened here. He is a Hall of Fame player. He's gone. He'll always be a Maverick. We'll celebrate him in the best possible way, like we're going to celebrate all the Maverick players and stars that have been here. But we have to move. Yeah, we really have to move on. You know, like it's not for me to start criticizing what anybody else is doing. It's for me to criticize what I am doing. Yeah, and worry about what I'm going to do. Yeah, if I continue hopping on that, then I think all of you are going to be asking me what I am doing. Yeah, I have to look to the future because winning is what we have to do here, and winning is a responsibility of mine.
We're going to stay over here to the right. We'll go to Dorothy and then come back up front in the front row, or second row.
Hi, Dorothy Gentry with iMessenger Media. This is for you, Masai.
Hi.
This past year, while you've been Uber driving, what did you learn about yourself, about basketball that you didn't know, about the league while you were away?
Oh, you know, I spent a good amount of time in Africa, in Europe, trying to do good for the youth of the continent and build infrastructure there. Focused on the WNBA with the tempo.
All right, folks, we were listening to the Dallas Mavericks news conference introducing their new GM, Masai Ujiri, but the other breaking news now is a verdict in the Tanner Horner trial.
Let's go ahead and listen in.
We're in a courtroom, all right, and there will be no reactions to the verdict, all right? Let's go to work. Everyone may be seated. Good afternoon. Mr. Presiding Juror, it is my understanding jury has reached a verdict on both issues. Yes, sir. Okay, if you'd hand it please to Deputy King. Answers to special issues. Special issue number 1, whether there is a probability that the defendant would commit criminal acts of violence that would constitute a continuing threat to society. Answer, we, the jury, unanimously find beyond a reasonable doubt that the answer to special issue number 1 is yes. Signed by the presiding juror. Special issue number 2, whether taking into consideration all the evidence, including the circumstances of the offense, the defendant's character and background, and the personal moral culpability of the defendant, there is a sufficient mitigating circumstance or circumstances to warrant that a sentence of life imprisonment without parole rather than a death sentence be imposed. Answer, we, the jury, unanimously find that the answer to special issue number 2 is no. Signed by the presiding juror. Does either side desire a poll?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
Ms. Anderson, Mr. Goebel, is there any legal reason why a sentence should not be pronounced?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Horner, if you stand, please. It's the order of the court that you, Tanner Lynn Horner, has been adjudged to be guilty of the offense of capital murder as found by the jury. Jury having answered the special issues, making it mandatory that your punishment be death. It is therefore the order of this court that your punishment be death. Before the hour of sunrise on a date to be determined by this court, upon a mandate of affirmance issued by the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals at the State Penitentiary in Huntsville, Texas, you will be caused to die in accordance with the rules and regulations established by the Texas Department of Criminal Justice until you, said Tanner Horner, are dead. Said execution proceeds